Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To War. Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart.
What is her objective?
There is no question on that front. She clearly wishes to conquer all of Fodlan. And in order to achieve her own selfish ambitions, she plotted with ill-meaning strangers and defiled the Holy Tomb. Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you.
Sacred duties?
You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the Progenitor God. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear Professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the Progenitor God within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the Progenitor God shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our Creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the Professor, after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the Progenitor God, it is up to us to see our mission through.
And all this talk about the Progenitor God is giving me goosebumps. That I won't lie. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the continuation of my Fire Emblem Three Houses LP. So, it has come to my direct attention that, yeah, maybe I should have talked to Edelgard when I had the chance. But here's the thing. If I did talk to Edelgard, it would lock me into a certain route. And mind you, I'd done that the first time I played this game, when this game was still new, of course, which was like roughly, what, 3-4 years ago by now? Or, yeah, give or take. Anyways, here we are. Beyond this point, I actually never played this approaching route that I'm about to get myself into. Now, I wouldn't say this is gonna be, how should I put this, technically blind of what I'm getting into, but I'm not gonna put the blind considering how old this game is on what such, because I'm sure there's many videos that already covered this route that I'm getting into, and I never experienced for myself. I didn't even watch anybody play through the other routes of this game, mind you. Anyways, I think we wasted enough time. Let's go ahead and explore what's going on around the monastery. Excuse me, let me lower the TV really quick, so you don't hear double from the game audio. Yeah. Let's see where we could go to next. Petra is nearby. Oh, another thing I'd like to point out too. Let me see here. Let's go to the roster. We recruited some interesting individuals now that we're locked into this route. Being, as you can see there, Catherine. We also got Sereth, who's an official unit now in my roster. Who else did we pick up here too? We got Cyril, who I have not played before, or rather, I never had as a unit when I played this game a long time ago. Unfortunately, entering this route, I've discovered this costs you Edelgard and Hubert, as you saw in the previous video. Anyways, let's go see who we can talk to first. Let's head to the classrooms really quick. See what's up in here.
Dear me. Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
As for her, you mean...
You're really worried about Edelgard, aren't you, Professor?
I mean, yeah, she is my student, so it's only natural I'd be concerned about her. But I see where you're getting at, Dorothea.
Professor, what actually happened last month? I can't keep up at all. Edelgard is the Emperor, and she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on? I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Keep calm, dude. For now, I'm working on it to see what's up with Edelgard. Okay, thanks for that. I wonder who that belongs to. No. What's up in the cafeteria? Let's see what's going on in there. This is Raph.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
But that explains why Hubert was disappearing occasionally. He's working behind the scenes to make preparation of this tragic event that occurred in the previous video. We're not going to talk to the dining staff yet. What about the lake? Let's see who's over here at the lake. What's this? Alright, thank you for that video game. Arcane Crystal. Another thing I want to say to you today, I would like to apologize for not uploading for the past couple days. I've been busy and such, etc., whatever. But what matters right now is I'm back. And, well, let me just say, by the time I upload this, it will be on a Thursday, and I'm recording this on a Wednesday. Anyway, let's go talk to Bernadette.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that?
I don't know, Bernie. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to ask her. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Indeed, Bernie. Indeed. I will come back to the greenhouse later. Another activity, excuse me. I'll do off screen.
That's...
Hello, Petra.
I have had the arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side. She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire. But my choice is not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you. Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again. We will be ready to fight with you instead.
Oh, I appreciate Petra. I really do. Let's see here. Who else I missed? Linhart, I already talked to you. Ferdinand's all the way there. Let's head to the training grounds really quick, yeah? Hey, what's up, Catherine?
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
I agree, Catherine. You know, now that you brought up the Flame Emperor, Catherine, it is quite underwhelming how Edelgard reveals herself as the Flame Emperor in the previous chapter, in my opinion.
Okay. I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
Okay. What's going on in today's tournament? Intermediate Lance Tournament. Ooh. Alright, well, if you excuse me then, let me go see who's the right participant for this. Alright. It will be none other than Ferdinand who's going to participate in this Lance Tournament. Ooh. 16 times 2. Alright, go for it, Ferdinand. You can do it.
Victory is assured.
Nice startup too with
You
crit.
are nothing.
That's right, if you recall in the previous video, I did reclass Ferdinand into a hero this time. Yeah, keep going, you're fine.
I will not hold back. You are nothing.
You're nothing, says Ferdinand. Ow. How dare you?
You should be honored.
Yep, keep it going, Ferdinand.
The mark of nobility.
Ooh, a Pegasus Knight. Yeah, let's go for it. Get a grip. Okay, that works.
You should be honored.
GG, Ferdinand. Well done. Taught my students well, if I do say so myself. Alright, we're done here in the training grounds. Let's see where we need to... Wait, hold on. I passed by somebody here.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
I understand your feelings, Caspar. Truly, I do. Anyway, let's go see where we need to go next. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Alright, let's see what's going down here in the marketplace. Probably Anna's going to give me the same quests as always. Where is she, by the way? Oh, there she is.
I can't believe the Empire raised an army. Even I couldn't have guessed it. War is profitable, but dangerous. I really don't like seeing people I care about out there mixed up in all this.
Oh.
Hey, how about a favor?
Oh, she gives me a Seraph robe this time. Yeah, I'm gonna need that anyway. I will do that off screen. Thank you very much. All this crap up.
Well, I'll be.
Let's go talk to the gatekeeper. What do you have to report?
Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it? Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history. It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through. I hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might, and pray we win this thing.
995 year, huh? That's a very long stretch, if you ask me.
Really?
Let's not go this way. I want to see what's in the stables. Because Ferdinand is there. When I checked in the map a few minutes ago. Here you are.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do?
Just hang in there, Ferdinand. We'll get to the bottom of this, why Edelgard is acting such a bad student. If that makes any sense. But whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on in my mind in this video game. What really bothers me is me being related to the Progenitor God.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
Okay. Yeah, like I said earlier, Rhea going on about being related to the Progenitor God, it's very concerning. I won't lie. As many times I hear it. Hey, what's up, Zero?
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea. I've got to do it, and I got to do it as best I can. And if that means I got to die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
Well, at this point, Edelgard is a person full of puzzles right now. That's what I like to think. Oh, I can't walk through the stairs and the sideways. How silly of me.
Those who serve the church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs. But is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before. The church, I have always done what I thought best to save the people of Fodlan.
Anybody from the Black Eagle's house, or rather the Monastery Staff, need to talk to over here? Doesn't seem to be. Alright, let's exit out the reception hall and head up. No, actually, no, let's not head upstairs yet. Let's go see what's going on at the cathedral. Open the gates, please. And the game's loading, as you can tell. Alright, Dimitri's here. I won't talk to him at all in this playthrough. Playing is, though.
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not?
I want to stop it if I can.
An honorable notion. Do you think there is something to be done? Whatever shall we do? I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do, Flame. Whatever it takes to stop this incoming war. I would do all my power to stop it. Anyway. Anybody around here? No. Alright, I guess we're done. At least in the cathedral part of the monastery. So go ahead and head upstairs real quick. Right, I would like to mention, well, I'm sure many are well aware that Tears of the Kingdom is coming out in a few days. And I probably would not be able to play that game right away by the time it comes out, but I would like to play through and record it whenever I get the chance, or when I get the spare the amount of time to. But I guess I'll talk about it when I get there. For now, let's continue playing on this game.
The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess. I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
Oh, continuing that discussion a little bit further. Before I was gonna replay Breath of the Wild, but thankfully Nintendo released a events of that game's recap, and I watched it a few days ago just to refresh my. Give me a refresh of what the terms of events in that game occurred, just to get myself ready for Tears of the Kingdom.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
You know, yeah. Yeah, they were grave robbing in the previous chapter. They've been trying to steal the crest stones. Oh, hold on. Sareth has a quest for me here.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the holy tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor.
Of course. Not like I have any choice anyway.
I have something to ask of you.
We have been scouting the makeup of the Imperial Army, but there's much is still unclear. Any information you could provide would be a great help. Collect information on the Imperial Army. A Knight of Saros would have the kind of information. Oh, whoops.
I have something to ask of you.
I didn't mean to decline that, my bad. Eagle Eye. Very fitting name for a side quest.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
I'm depending on you too, pal.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garreg Mach.
Yep, I'm sure Dad would be proud of you. Anyways. Alright, let's go speak to Lady Rhea then.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
I mean, she's been speaking in my mind, or rather my head, for the past videos in this LP, but I will try.
May the goddess's voice reach you.
May the goddess be on my side. Alright, is that all that's covered up here? I mean, aside from the library, because that's La Cynthia there. Seems so. Alrighty then. I guess I'll take care of that side quest real quick, because it doesn't seem that far. Alright, man. Or rather, last. What do you got to report?
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Ah, required some intel. Alrighty then. Thanks for the intel then. We'll go ahead and report this to Sareth.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Interesting. It's true that there are a lot of people have been coming and going as of late. Perhaps we could secure new information if we could capture someone from the Imperial Army. Thank you. This is quite helpful. Thank you for the elixir and the steel shield. Alright, I believe that's all for the surface here at the monastery. Let's go check out what the Abyss bunch has to say. Alright, seems like somebody has returned here to the Shadow Library. Well, rather, not fully loaded. Well, now loaded. Yet now.
This might be our last chance to get out of here. I'm leaving Garreg Mach. You should too. Protect the students? Have you got a death wish? Alright. Take this. And try not to get killed.
Oh! Thank you. mysterious lady. Or rather, mysterious magic wielder, as the game implies. Hey! The Abyss Keeper is back with his pal again.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Aw, guess who was worried about Abyss and came by to check on me? I mean, on us. Isn't that nice? It's just so nice. My pleasure. Surely the church can spare one night to help you watch over this place. I'm not crying. I'm just don't worry about it, okay? Move it along.
Oh, that was actually pretty silly. Hey, Happy.
Lots of people in Abyss are already struggling to get by. War will make things even harder for us. We're sure to run out of food and other supplies. And there will probably be refugees to take care of. Not to mention what might happen if the Empire takes over and decides to redecorate.
Alright then.
Pardon me.
War's actually coming, isn't it? Unbelievable. Imperial troops in Garreg Mach? It's gonna be wild. Whatever happens won't affect us down here in Abyss, though. Will it?
I sure hope not. At least for your guys' sake. Alright, let's go see where the other three is at. Hey, Yuri.
So this is how it's turned out. I figured as much. But I didn't anticipate it would happen so soon. If Garreg Mach becomes a battlefield, Abyss will have no choice but to get involved. Everyone here will have no alternative. They've got nowhere else to go.
It sure seems that way, doesn't it, Yuri? Hey, Baltus.
I could smell a war brewing. And sure enough, here we are. If Fodlan falls into chaos, I wonder if my debts will fall away along with it. Just thinking aloud here. If the Empire wants a fight, let's give him one to remember.
Yeah, exactly. See? Despite the very bad situation we're going to get ourselves into, Baltus is pretty hyped up about fighting. Of course, the opponents from the Empire will entertain him enough to beat the crap out of them. There's Constance.
It shakes me to my core that the Empire would lash out so violently. I shall have to reconsider my intended path towards restoring House Nouvelle. Still, I could not in good conscience fight without speaking to her first.
And as to her, you need Edelgard. Pretty understandable. I guess that's everybody here. Didn't miss anybody, right? Yeah, that's everyone I talked to down here that's available. Oh, actually, let's go check out the scrap heap. Iron bow. A broken iron lance. Yeah, wow. I could expect something better, but oh well. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all for today's Fire Emblem 3 Houses video. And I do want to finish up the Super Mario World playthrough because I think I'll just need to do one more video on that. And yeah, consider that LP finished. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, take care. And I will see you whatever video comes next. Until then, take care. And GG.